Hey all, it's Linda. Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I am going to basically be swooning over the new Melt Cosmetics Smoke Sessions 2 collection. If you know me, you know that the Smoke Sessions palette, the first Smoke Sessions, is one of my favorites that Melt has ever done. There are such amazing shimmers in it, and it's just such a cool collection. So when I saw them starting to tease this one, I was pumped, and I am so freaking thankful that they sent me the whole collection. I have no idea how I got this lucky. I'm taking it. I'm riding it. I'm going to ride it till the end of the earth. I'm going to put timestamps down below, but I'm going to show you each part of the collection. I'm going to show you swatches. I'm going to give you some initial thoughts, and then I am going to do a look. I am so damn excited. Like when I saw this again being teased, I was really pumped, but looking at it in person, I am feeling so freaking inspired. Did I say freaking like 8 times in a row there? Likely. First, let's talk about some general details. The Smoke Sessions 2 collection comes out Tuesday, April 16th at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, noon Pacific Standard Time. Now, if you want the whole collection, the value is $172. You're only going to pay $150. So you're going to get a $22 savings, but just note that the full collection does not come with the bag or the shirt. Please tell me you all heard my Alexa just going off for no reason. Definitely not freaked out that the machinery in my house is plotting against me right now. Okay, anyway, the full collection does not include the bag or the shirt, so just keep that in mind. Now let's start by talking about the Smoke Sessions 2 palette. This packaging is so cool. So it's kind of 3D printed, and we do have some of the devil's lettuce on the front here, which is really cool. But what's neat is that it doesn't make the palette too heavy or anything like that, so I do appreciate that. Now, before I open this, let me tell you a little story. When this package arrived, I got so excited that I took it out real quick and immediately dropped the palette. Now, I dropped it onto carpet, but I did have one casualty. I am so sad. So the very last shade in this palette, which is called Martian Candy, did shatter into 2 pieces, and I was able to gently pick them up and put them back in. And I think I can repress it with alcohol with no problem. I was able to swatch it with no problem, but I'm so mad at myself right now. But anyway, when you look at the inside of this palette, I'm going to barely hold it up. We do have 3 mattes and 5 shimmers. Now the Smoke Sessions, the original Smoke Sessions palette had a lot of shimmer in it, so I'm really glad they kind of balanced this one a bit more. It's nearly 50-50, but I do appreciate that it's heavy on the shimmer. And the quality of these shimmers is beautiful. You know what? The quality of all of it is beautiful. When I got to swatch this, it was just everything went on so easily. It went on creamy and smooth and opaque. I know that sometimes I've heard people say that they have had issues in consistency with Melt palettes from one palette to the next. This is some of the best quality I have ever felt come from Melt. Not a single shade performed badly. I didn't have to go over any shades 15 times when I was swatching it. They are all opaque and creamy and not crumbly. I am super, super happy already. I'm very curious to see how this goes on the eyes because, as I always say, swatches on your arm do not equal how it's going to look on your eyeballs. So just keep that in mind, but so far I am very impressed. And the palette itself retails for $48. Now we do get 2 gel liners with the collection. The first one is actually Afterlife. So Afterlife is a bright neon yellow green, which is amazing, but Afterlife is kind of a repeat. It did come out with the Melt Beetlejuice collection, which I already have. It looks like it's cracked, but it's not. It's absolutely fine. This is what I used in the swatch that you're going to see in a minute. It's still great. This is one of my favorite gel liners I have because it is so unique to my collection. It is so cool, and I just love this color. Then you have Haze, which is called a Reflect gel liner. So the other ones are Ultra Matte. This one is Reflect because it definitely does have a little bit of a shine to it. It is not completely matte. It does not dry down completely matte. And it's just a very, very pretty purple. I don't know that I have a gel liner like this in my collection, so I'm really happy to have it. It is just like a true blue purple. Matches like the outside of the palette perfectly. It's gorgeous. Then they came out with a new product with this collection called Metaleyez. So these are just ultra reflective gels that have already an adhesive base, so it's not like you need to apply additional adhesive to get that metallic effect. The first one we have is Sour Grape, and oh my god. Sour Grape is described as a warm electric purple with a cool indigo shift. They do mention that this would make a great topper to any eyeshadow, and when I did the swatch of this, I did notice that this would probably be, for me, more of a topper than an all-over shadow. And there is a shade in the palette. What is that shade called? So the shade Blue Haze, all the way to the left there. How gorgeous would this look on top of it? And the next one is called Clockwork. And you guys, I have a feeling this is going to be the product that sells out fastest for Melt in this collection next to the palette. Clockwork is a magenta violet with an olive gold shift, and that shift is so apparent. I'm going to put the swatches on the screen right now so you can see. It genuinely shifts from a bright, bright violet purple to that olive gold shift. Like, you can see it so clearly. What's interesting about this is that I feel like you can't really see it when I hold it up there, but when you look at the back of the packaging, it becomes so apparent. I feel like you can see it here, and it just shifts so beautifully. Again, I really do think that that's going to be the product that sells out the quickest next to the palette. It's so beautiful. Then we have the new mascara, which is called So High. So has like 4 O's to it. That's why I'm exaggerating there. But this is a waterproof curling mascara. And as you can see, the wand definitely has an interesting shape to it, like a half moon shape. And this is supposed to really curl your lashes and lock in that curl. Now, Dana Bomar, who is one of the owners of Melt, one of the founders, said that for her lashes, they usually just go straight, and this helps to really lock in the curl. So I'm very curious. Then these are so freaking cute. There are also these little nail stickers. Oh, I didn't say the prices of anything here. I'll go back and say the prices, but the nail stickers retail for $4.20, as in $4.20, not $420, okay? These are so cute. They are like metallic silver, and there are ones with little eyes on them with lashes. Guys, I have eyes on my fingernails right now. I have eyes tattooed on my fingers. I am going to use the hell out of these. Just to go back over pricing, the gel liners retail for $22 each, the Metaleyez retail for $26 each, and this mascara is $24. And finally, the last piece that they sent me, which I am so happy about, because when I knew that this was getting sent to me, I was like, if this one thing isn't included, I am going to be online the second this goes on sale and I need it, but they sent it to me. Guys, is this not the best crossbody bag you've ever seen in your life? Look at this color. Oh my God. This is some of the most luxurious feeling faux leather I have ever felt. It's like pebbled, and it's very good quality. You can tell the zippers are really hardcore. I think that they will hold on really well. Even the strap is faux leather. So the strap is not, sometimes you know how the bag will be faux leather, but the strap is like canvas. No, this is even that faux leather. It is adjustable. It is the perfect size. This retails for $39, by the way. And yeah, just so you can see, there's a lot of room in here. And I have the iPhone 12 Pro Max, and it fits in there with so much room to spare. Again, I don't know if I said this retails for $39. I am so happy to have this, because this is one of, other than like the palette, this is the thing I wanted most. Look at this color. All right, it is time. It is time to do a look with this collection. I have no idea yet what I'm going to be doing with this. All I know is that it is an uncharacteristically hot day in Baltimore. It is April, and it is 85 degrees outside. I am sweating. Now, I've already applied my base. I applied a little bit of bronzer. I did my eyebrows, and I do have on an eyeshadow base. I'm using the Sigma base in Persuade for that. So I think what I want to try to do is do a purple look, okay? Obviously, I want to do a purple look. And then I want to apply, like, I want to have the look as one thing and then apply the topper as kind of a final piece. And then I have to use some of the Afterlife liner. This is the new one. This is the one from the Beetlejuice collection. I'm going to keep this one sealed for now. But I'm not going to be able to use everything in this look. I mean, if I was doing like 10 looks, I could. But let's get right in. Yay! So you're gonna have to forgive me if I'm not holding this palette up completely, because I don't want this shade to fall out. But the first one I want to start with is Purple Skunk. This is the shade, surprisingly, that I was most impressed with on swatching because it went on so creamy. Like, it genuinely felt creamy to me, which is very interesting considering that it is just a matte shadow. So I am going to be putting this, let me see, I think I want to do a halo eye, but I'm going to start by putting this all in the crease. I'm going to start small and work my way up. This shade is just so pretty though. I really am blown away by the quality of the mattes, especially in this, because they are so pigmented and so smooth, and there's no fallout whatsoever. Now I'm wiping away any excess pigment, and I'm just going to blend out these edges a little bit more. I have to say that I think the only thing that I wish this palette had was maybe some like super light reflective like white that shifts to purple. I feel like that could be really, really cool as like a highlight shade. All right, I'm going to pause there for now, and I'm going to go into Black Roses, which again is another beautiful matte. This one is just like a true purple. And this is going to go on the outer corner and the inner corner. I'm going to connect those two in the center just a bit. And I'm taking a bit of Purple Punch, which is the deepest, deepest purple. I'm tapping away most of it, to be honest. And I want this to just be on the very outer corner to really, oh, that's a pretty color. I like that. And then actually, I'm going to put it on the very, very inner corner as well. I'm just kind of going back and touching up the colors as I feel the need to. So far, so good. Okay, which shade do I want to put in the middle? Okay, first, I'm taking a little tiny bit of glitter glue, and I'm going to pop that right here in the center. And I keep looking at it. I'm going to go into Monster Cookie, which is all the way here at the end. This is a beautiful purple, and it has a very slight gold shift to it, like very slight. And I'm going to pop that right in the center here. That is so lovely. And then you know what? I feel like right in the center there, I'm going into the Broken shade, which is a Martian Candy. Just right here, right along the lash line. And I'm just kind of pressing that. Ooh, that, do you see how much that gave it like a glow? Oh, that's lovely. So I think I just decided I'm going to do a separate look on the other eye. So do I want to try it? I think I want to be brave. I think I want to be brave. So I'm going to try Afterlife as my liner on this eye. I'm very nervous. But there's no reason to be nervous because it's just makeup. Yeah, makeup out of tune. Where is my brush? The good one. Where is the good brush? All right, I'm using a little angled brush and I'm dipping right into Afterlife. This color is one of my favorites. And whenever I'm using an angle brush, what I do is I kind of press the sides down in the lid so that it can be really sharp, but the product still stays on the end. So I can't talk while I'm doing this part, but I'm going to do a big old wing. Okay, that looks pretty cool, right? I can't decide if it's cool or if I messed it up, but I think it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take that same brush. I just took all the product off of it, and I'm taking a little bit of Purple Punch, which is that deepest purple that we just used, and I'm going to draw right under that line to really accentuate it. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. Okay. Now I want to apply a little bit of Clockwork. I kept calling it Clockwork. It's Clockwork Purple instead of Clockwork Orange. I get it. Now, here's the thing. They recommend applying these with a silicone tip applicator. I don't have one. I do have this silicone tip applicator. This is for face masks, technically. When I used this, though, to apply the swatches, I really noticed how good it looked. So I'm going to try. I can't. You know what? I can't. It's too big. Look, it covers my whole eye. So I'm going to try it with a brush, but please know that this is not the recommended way to put it on. The recommended way to put it on is with a silicone tip. So I'm taking just a bit of this and I'm going to apply this right on the lid. This is how it looks without that. Please work. Do you see this shine and that shift? Oh my goodness. It is so pretty. Oh, I can't stop staring at it. That shine is so, so good. Okay, I'm actually going to take some more Purple Punch and put this, I'm going to press this right along my lash line here. And this brush just has the leftovers of black roses, and I'm going to buff that in just on the outer corner. Guys, what do we think? What do we think? I think it looks super fun. I hope this is coming across as cool in person, because I'm like, or on camera, because in person I feel like it's looking real cool. So I am going to try the mascara, but we're going to do a different look on the other eye. All right, for the second look, I want to focus more on like the blue vibes. So this is going to be a little more difficult though, because we don't have any like matte blues here, because it is a purple palette. So I'm going to dip into black roses very, very lightly. I'm going to tap off most of the excess. And this is what I'm going to put kind of as my crease color, but I want it to be in there so like lightly that it is like almost bluish. Do you know what I mean? Like, you see how it's giving kind of, no, it's straight up purple, but I just mean that it's not, it doesn't look plum colored. Like, there still is a color here. You can see there, I'm blending it out, don't worry. And I'm just kind of building this as I go, but I feel like that way you can kind of have that vibe. And if you are new to my channel, I do have a scar right here on my eye. So any weird blending at that exact point is not the fault of the eyeshadow. That is the fault of my flesh. Yeah, you can distinctly see it there today. Some days it shows up more prominently than others. All right, so I am happy with that. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the same brush that we used before, and I'm going into Purple Punch, which again is the really dark color. And I want this really deep on this outer edge. I'm going to like pack this on. Yeah, I don't know if you can tell from the way it looked on the other eye, but like you can really pack this so that it is almost like a blackened purple, which is really cool. I am not worried about a messy lid because I'm going back in with a little bit of my glitter glue and applying that from the inner corner all the way, like 2/3 of the way in. And then I am going into Blue Haze, which is that blurple color. It's definitely blue, but it has like a little bit of a purple vibe to it as well. Oh my God, it is so metallic. You know what? Last minute decision. I also want to take Northern Lights, which is next to it. So this is purple with a hint of blue as opposed to blue with a hint of purple. And I'm putting that, oh, good choice, Linda. Good choice. That's really pretty. I'm actually going to take that color. I don't usually put a shimmer down here, but I'm feeling it right now. This is definitely like a little more simple on this eye. I'm not using as many colors, but it is so pretty. I used every single color except for one, which is Purple God. And you know what? Can't leave that one out. So I'm taking a tiny, tiny bit of Purple God and putting that right in the center here to give it a little bit of a purple shimmer right in the center. And we used every color. Patting myself on the back. Now this is how it looks without anything on top, but I really want to try Sour Grape. Look at that metallicness. Oh, and this one is definitely defined as a topper. So I am applying this with a brush. Again, this is one they recommend applying with a silicone tip. So please keep that in mind. If you have a silicone tip, use it. But I do not, so we're going to try this and try not to ruin it. Oh my God. Guys, look at that look. Look at it. Look at it. It is so metallic. And what's cool is that it's not lifting any of the eyeshadow shades under it. It is just like on its own looking badass. Wow, wow, wow. That's really cool. That is so pretty. I'm going to put a little of this here too, just a little. So I don't know how much you'll be able to see it, but I'm going to try to use the Haze Reflect Liner and just make a wing with that. I don't think you'll be able to see this on the lid, but I think you'll see it as a wing. So let's try. Oh, you can definitely see it. Oh, that is a pretty color. So it doesn't have a lot of sparkle to it, but it definitely is not matte either. So just keep that in mind. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to hop off camera real quick, and I want to apply some black on the inner waterline of both because I'm feeling the smoky vibes. We're going to come back. We're going to try this mascara. All right, black liner applied. As I always do, I am going to curl my lashes. I'm not going to wear any falsies today because I really want to see how this mascara does on its own without applying falsies. And let's see how this does. So again, this is waterproof and curling. I am going to apply this with the half moon facing like into my eye kind of. And let's see. So hard to see when I've got a smoky eye on, like to show you guys how it's doing. So I'm going to have to take a close look, and I guess you'll have to trust my word. So I will say the only other mascara I have used from Melt is the Supernatural Lash, and that is one of my favorite mascaras of all time. That is a more wet formula than this one is. This one is slightly drier, which isn't a bad thing, but I just want to let you know, I would also not call this one volumizing. This is definitely lengthening and separating. I think that's very pretty though. It's very natural looking. I like it. All right, I'm gonna hop off one more time. I'm gonna do my blush. And for the lips, I'm probably gonna do something super simple. I think just like a lip liner and an oil. And I'll be right back and we'll talk about this collection. All right, so here are my first two looks using the Melt Smoke Sessions 2 palette and gel liners and mascara and everything. First, let's look at each look. So we do have this one, which is primarily purples with that bright acid green liner. I am loving that one. Like, I feel like it's really dynamic, but without being too much, but like that topper is just insane. And then when you flip over this way, we have this eye, which is just like vibrant blue with that purple liner. Like, look at the shiftiness of these like metal eyes. They are so crazy. Like this one, oh, this is, again, sour grape and clockwork purple. Clockwork purple, right? Yes, clockwork purple. I'm happy with them both. I really, really am. So here, let's go over each thing. So the palette, guys, I love this color story. I think it's so pretty and so much fun. I'm so mad at myself that I broke a shade, but it's very usable. I used all 8 shades in these 2 looks. Every single one performs beautifully. I would have liked to see like one lighter shade in here, but I know a lot of people don't care about that. And to be honest, I have a decent enough eyeshadow collection that I can go into any other palette and get that. So it's not like a deal breaker, but it's just something that would be cool to have. But like, it's so beautiful. These shimmers are all banging. The quality is like spot freaking on. As far as the gel liners, I have been singing the praises of Melt gel liners for so long. I love them. I love them. I feel like they let you be creative and they're easy to move around. They're easy to work with. They are super creamy and just beautiful. Again, sorry, I keep holding up the old packaging of this one. This is the new packaging. This is the old one that says Beetlejuice on it, but I just freaking love them. The metal eyes, I think they're stunning. And look, yeah, they don't come off. They don't come off at all. They're just perfect. They're perfect. Look at them. I think this one's my favorite with the yellow liner. But what do you think? What do you think? I don't know. That one's good too. As for the mascara, this is really lengthening. Like, it's very lengthening. This is something that I could see myself wearing as like an everyday mascara. Like, if I don't feel like wearing any other makeup and I put that on, I'm going to look put together. It's going to look great. I'm happy with that. And I love the bag. I love this bag so much. So that's it. That is showing off the whole Melt Cosmetics Smoke Sessions 2 collection. Thank you so much to Melt for sending this to me. I am so freaking just grateful, so insanely grateful that I received this, but let me know what you think. Again, this comes out April 16th, 12 p.m. PST, 3 p.m. EST. Let me know what you're planning on picking up. If anything, I'm so freaking happy to have this in my collection. Look at this. Look at the shine. Maybe this one's my favorite. Maybe they're both my favorite. But that's it. If you're new here, I would love if you'd subscribe and become a part of my Rockstar fam. I do a lot of beauty reviews. Everything is all cruelty-free beauty here on my channel. And give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. That always really helps me out. You all can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Those are all Glitter Fallout. And as always, and forever, you guys are super freaking rock stars. And I love you so much with my whole heart. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.